the channel. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We're back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Wednesday, March 12, 2025. NBA player props, spreads, predictions. As always, guys, we got 4 picks for you today on tap that I think are great value bets here for this Wednesday NBA slate. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 9,000 subscribers. We're actually getting there. We're pretty close. We're had a couple big days as far as the subscriber count. So appreciate all of you guys. Appreciate the support. If you're new into the channel, welcome to the Straight Fire community. Appreciate all of you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good time while you're here. Hope you guys are able to enjoy the community. Couple quick announcements here, guys, before we go over a recap from yesterday. So make sure you guys drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you guys want your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. We'll include your pick in the video if it hits. So we actually had a great day in the comment capper section yesterday, and once again, our comment cappers killed it. We had Mike Crone calling Bub Carrington under 4.5 assists. He cashes that. Great call out there. Got to get the bag. Calling Zion Williamson over 29.5 points and rebounds. Cashes that. We'd love to see it. There from Got to Get the Bag. And then we had Travis Hortman calling Keyshawn George over 15.5 points and rebounds. Cashes that as well. And then finally, Nate Get the Bag. Calling the Washington Wizards team total under 109.5. Cashes that. Great call. It's from our comment cappers. We had a huge day in the comment section. We'd love to see it, guys. Couple other quick things here as well. Make sure you guys check out our futures video for Major League Baseball if you guys are interested in betting some futures on the Major League Baseball season. We put together 7 picks in that video, so if you guys are interested in that, check that out. Super excited for the baseball season, so be sure to look into that. Also, check out our merchandise as well, guys, if you guys are interested in any Straight Fire swag. We got all that stuff at our website there, our store. We got shirts, mugs, some new designs and stuff that we've been doing for a while, so be sure to check that out. And then finally, check out our Straight Fire MVP program, guys. I talk about it every day, but it's just 13 cents a day. Not even the cost of a biggie bag per month, guys. And you get access to all of our picks and our plays early, a couple hours in advance of the videos, which a lot of times ends up being a great value add for getting your best lines. So, once again, yesterday, it did work out that way as far as line movement with Cade Cunningham. He went from plus money to minus money. Halliburton, I believe, went from 31.5 PRAs to 32.5. So, like I said, yeah, the lines are going to move 100%. My goal is to get you guys the best lines. But like I said, our MVPs a lot of times get those lines because they get those plays early. It's just the way it is. So, check out that. All right, enough on that, guys. Let's do a recap from yesterday. We ended up going 1-2. It was definitely not our best day. We did cash Cade Cunningham over 5.5 rebounds for plus money. He got this done in the first half. He had 8 rebounds in the first half. I don't know if he had a single rebound, though, in the second half, which is really weird. But he did have 8 in the first half, so we'd love to see that. Missed on Tyrese Halliburton over 31.5 PRAs. He is actually the guy that hit that wild shot at the end of the game. That was really the highlight of his offensive night, though. He did not, wasn't able to really get anything going offensively too much. I was hoping that game would go to overtime. It was really unfortunate that Giannis fouled him on that 3, because I think he would have cashed actually in overtime. He would have been at 26 at that point, heading into overtime, needing just 6. So he would have definitely had a good chance in overtime, and unfortunately, Giannis also fouled him, so I believe he finished with 27. So, what can you do? It's one of those things that happens, guys. And then Bogdanovich over 2.5 assists. He finishes with 1. He didn't get the first half minutes that I thought he would get. He got like 7 to 8 minutes in the first half because they were doing so bad with him on the floor. So, whenever he was on the floor, they just couldn't score. I don't know what was going on last night, guys, with the Clippers. Just one of those things. It's so frustrating, a play like that where, I just wanted him to at least get the minutes that I was looking for him to get, and he didn't get those minutes, and I was a little upset. But it is what it is. Like I said, 1-2. We've had still a pretty good stretch as far as we went 4-0 in our video on Friday, 4-0 in our video on Saturday, 1-3 Sunday, bounced back on Monday, 3-1, 1-2 yesterday. It means today is going to be a banger of a day, guys. We're going to have a big day in the NBA. we need it here on Wednesday. So let's get after it today, guys. We got 4 picks on tap. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we're going Lou Dort over 16.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. So, guys, the biggest reason I'm going to start with why I love this play, obviously, as you guys know, Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder is out with a hip problem. He's been ruled out for this game versus the Celtics. So, obviously, I like the spot here for Dort now. The odds of his volume obviously increasing here. To go along with this, Dort has actually done very well versus the Celtics up to this line. He's 6 for 6 versus the Boston Celtics to this line, which obviously I love seeing that. The Celtics have really struggled as well versus the shooting guard position, which is where we got Lou Dort listed. Celtics allowing the most points in the NBA to shooting guards over the last 15 games, the 4th most threes, which obviously we know Lou Dort loves to shoot the 3. So, obviously, I like the idea of Lou Dort getting looks here with Williams being out. He's going to have to step up a bit here, and I'm definitely expecting that here on the road versus the Celtics in this matchup. So, yeah, when J-Dub went out last game versus the Nuggets, we saw Lou Dort really step up. He ended up going for 33 PRAs. So Lou Dort certainly has it in him. And here in another good matchup with the Celtics, I'm expecting more of the same. I think this is going to be a great spot here for Dort to hit his over. Should see increased volume, obviously with Williams out. And this is a matchup he's also done very well in. So there's a lot of things to like here. And the Celtics of late also struggling versus the shooting guard position. Like I said, most points, 4th most threes over the last 15 games. So there's a lot of reasons to like this. There's a lot of things to me that line up with this bet. And we've had pretty good success, honestly, in these type of spots where we're taking a guy that's going to get some increased volume with a starter out. So I think here it's no different for Lou Dort. I think Lou Dort's going to be able to hit his over today. So love it there for number 1 pick. We got Lou Dort over 16.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Minus 110 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, we got Kevin Durant over 35.5 PRAs here for the Phoenix Suns. Minus 110 odds on ESPN Bet. I love Kevin Durant, guys. He's been so good to us this season. We've had a great season here so far with Kevin Durant. And I think, once again, guys, I think this is a great spot, again, for him versus this Rockets team. He's 58% this season, 50% on the road to this line, 5 for his last 5 versus the Houston Rockets to this line, including 51 in his only matchup with the Rockets this season, which also came on the road. So, this is another great spot here for Durant. He's been hot of late as well. He's over in 5 of his last 5 games with an average of 42.2 PRAs. So he's been killing it. He's been very good to us so far this season. We just cashed his PRA line, the same line the other day versus the Grizzlies. And here, really, this is, again, a pretty decent matchup. The Rockets are allowing the 2nd most points to small forwards over the last 7 games. Right now, we got Durant actually listed at small forward and Ball at power forward. Now, obviously, those are going to be interchangeable. Durant will be at power forward and at small forward. But I think the idea is here is they are pretty weak versus small forward position. You're also down Amen Thompson today as well. He's a pretty good defender. So that definitely helps. And I think anybody that they really try to put on Durant, I just don't see it working out. Even when they throw Dylan Brooks at him, Brooks is a good defender, but Durant still usually goes at him. I was watching the last time these two teams played, the Suns and Rockets. I was actually watching that. That's part of the reason why this video actually took a while. I was actually watching some of that Suns and Rockets game just to see why it went over, because we actually took us over that game too in rebounds and assists. I was like, I like his PRAs today. He's been really aggressive offensively, obviously, of late. But very first possession of the game, they put Brooks on Durant, and Durant just shot right over him. So I think no matter who they throw at Durant, I think they're going to have a hard time for any number of reasons. Durant's just a very skilled scorer. And sometimes he could be the type of guy that could be actually matchup resistant. Like, it doesn't even matter because no one can guard him. It's like any way you slice it, height-wise, quickness, the ability he has to just shoot over people is just ridiculous. And obviously he's one of the most gifted scorers that we've ever seen in the game. So he can kill you so many different ways. So I think, once again, he's set up for another good spot here. Durant has also covered the over here in 7 of his last 9 road games. So I like seeing that. You know what I also like about Durant? Durant is really consistent. Meaning, just about every time you take a line on him, you're going to have an opportunity. Not saying you're always going to cash, but he's given you 31 plus PRAs in 87% of his games this season. So I'm talking about within 5. I quantify close on a PRA line as being within 5 on a line in the 30s. So he's giving you 31 plus PRAs in 87% of games this season. So that just tells you he's going to be close just about every single time. And obviously, we got him here in a pretty good spot. So I think, obviously, I love the odds of him hitting this over here today. So love it there for our number 2 pick. We got Kevin Durant over 35.5 PRAs here for the Phoenix Suns. Minus 110 odds on ESPN Bet. Kane at number 3. I know I promised we'd swear off 3-point props because we missed the last few. But you know what? I got to thinking about it. You can't be like that. You got to look for the best available play, and when it's there, it's there. We got LaMelo Ball over 3.5 threes here for the Charlotte Hornets. Minus 130 odds on DraftKings. We're laying 1.3 units on this play. So, obviously, Ball is a completely different situation than a couple of the 3-point shooters that we've taken. Ball is extremely high volume, and I'm expecting that again here today. He's over in 6 of his last 6 games versus the Atlanta Hawks to this line. 61% this season, 45% on the road to this line. He went under last game versus the Heat, which part of me actually kind of likes that because I think he's more apt to bounce back here. He shot 12 threes, though, in that game versus the Heat. Went 2 for 12 from 3. If he puts up 12 threes, I'm going to live with the results. He's got to, hit 4 out of 12, 30% from 3. I'll take that. Obviously, I like a guy that's going to chuck it and get us a lot of volume. And I think, once again, I think you'll see that for Ball today in this matchup with the Hawks. Obviously, the Hawks like to get up and down. And that's a great positional matchup for him. He's averaging 11.6 three-point attempts per game this season. So he consistently shoots 12 plus threes. I mean, that's a pretty consistent thing for him. It's nothing new from Mr. Ball here. Hawks here allow the 4th most threes to point guards this season. He's 13 out of 20 this season on 1 day of rest. So they last played on Monday, had the rest day on Tuesday. He's 13 and 20 in those spots. So you like seeing that. So like I said, everything the stars kind of align on this one for Ball, just in terms of the matchup with the Hawks. Got that day of rest. He's coming off a game where he really didn't shoot the ball well from 3, 2 for 12. So, it's one of those things where sometimes you don't always like to ride the hot streak to a degree, just because at some point the miss is coming. Well, he went 2 for 12 last game, so he's more apt, I think, to bounce back here in a great matchup with the Hawks here. And we saw him play 36 minutes on Monday. I like seeing that as well. Anytime you're getting that type of minute count, I think is good as well. So, is he going to play 36 today? I don't know if he plays 36. I'd say he plays at least 30, though, which obviously would be really good for us. So, love it there for number 3 pick. We got LaMelo Ball over 3.5 threes here for the Charlotte Hornets. Minus 130 odds on DraftKings. 1.3 units. We are laying the juice on that one. And finally, at number 4, we are going to Ivica Zubac under 12.5 rebounds here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Minus 110 odds on DraftKings. I love fading Zubac here on the back-to-back. I think this is a nice spot to fade, especially going up against the Heat team that's been pretty good as far as to the position of late. So you get Zubac under in 56% of his games this season, 48% on the road, under in 8 of his last 11 games, under in 8 of 11 games on back-to-backs this season. So he typically, like I said, doesn't do well in the back-to-backs. It's part of the reason why I wanted to fade him here today on the rebounds. Heat have actually allowed the fewest rebounds to centers over the last 15 games. So you're also getting a very difficult matchup for Zubac here. Ever since they kind of went with this lineup with Adebayo at the 4 and Kevin Ware at the 5, teams haven't been doing too well as far as getting rebounds versus this team, which makes sense. Those are 2 big boys filling up that lane. Got to fill the lane, and that's what they've been doing. Hey, yo. Anyway, so obviously that's a tough matchup here over the last 15 games. You got Zubac here under in 6 of his last 7 games versus the Miami Heat. The one he did hit, though, came this season, which you put the most weight on, to be honest with you, and he had 20 rebounds in that game. It doesn't seem good, but Adebayo wasn't playing that game. Kevin Ware was still finding his wheels. And so right now you got with Adebayo and Ware, it just makes a huge difference. I'm not saying Zubac ain't going to get some rebounds today, but he ain't getting no 20 rebounds. And I think he's definitely going under 12.5 as well. I'd put him at 9 to 10, for this matchup, especially on a back-to-back, maybe even less, maybe even 7 to 9 range. To be honest with you, you'd be surprised how things work out that way. But I do like the spot here for him hitting the under. Heat have changed the lineup, like I said, with Ware at the 5 and Adebayo at the 4. And that's really what's different from that game where he had 20. Adebayo wasn't playing, so I already mentioned that stuff. I just didn't rate it. And like I said, I also like the situation with him on the back-to-back. So I got him going under today. So love it there for number 4 pick, guys. We got Ivica Zubac under 12.5 rebounds here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Minus 110 odds on DraftKings. Alright guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Video a little bit later today. I spent some more time here. I was able to spend some more time in the morning. And honestly, I just got some rest, which I needed. So I figured we'd get this video out a little bit later today. But love the spots that we got today, guys. For the picks, I thought about actually would have had 5 picks today. I was thinking about taking a spread. And honestly, I started typing up a different thing for each spread, and I just found something in there that I just didn't like on either side. So I couldn't find a spread that I really liked today. I was going to go with the Raptors minus 3.5 at home today, but that game is just too ugly for me to touch. I started trying to put it together, and I'm like, I can make a case to a point, and then I'm like, there's just too many unknown factors here. You got everybody out on both teams. And we're trying to make a bet. I'm like, why would you make a bet on that game? It just makes, no. Maybe a player prop, but trying to make a spread pick on that Raptors Sixers game, good luck. To me, it's just not even worth it. And I thought about going with the Utah Jazz on the road versus Memphis today. If Memphis is without Jackson Jr., it wasn't clear to me that he's going to be out today. So that's why I kind of avoided that game. Also thought about the Mavericks plus 6. So these are spreads that I looked at and thought about, and I just couldn't get there. So just let you guys know what I was looking at here today. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all the support. We need to have a big day in the NBA. Get back to doing some sweeps like we do. You guys know how we roll. We've been having a great NBA season. I'm grateful for all you guys. I'm grateful for the season that we've had. And hopefully that can continue, and we can keep the good vibes going. So, appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I really do. And we will catch you guys all back here tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier. All right. Peace out.